Alright, then here we are. I did it to myself effectively. If you've come from my DACA Squadron review video, you'll notice that I told people in the comments I wanted to hear their favorite and their least favorite 40k games. And believe it or not, Dawn of War came up a lot, but a lot of people didn't despise it. They were just disappointed by it. So today I wanted to take a look. I finally ran out of excuses for not playing it. It's been in my backlog here for a little bit. Got it on sale, so let's take a peek. Hello and welcome YouTube. I'm Septimus here with the Grim Alliance, and I want to talk about Dawn of War. This is sort of a first impression video, I guess you would say. I have not gotten far into the game, but I have some thoughts. It's not what I expected. I have had time to read some of the reviews that have been posted on Steam, and well, let's just get through a few of my thoughts, shall we? And we'll see how they mirror some of the thoughts of the Steam reviews. One thing I will say, first off, I do prefer my campaigns to be sort of separate. That was one of my favorite things about the Blizzard games, notably like Warcraft 3, is because I remember I'd play the humans and I would love it. It'd be so much fun, and then I'm like, oh man, I don't want to play the undead. And then I'd get to the undead and I'd love that too. And, you know, you get to a point where you get to love certain things about each race and how they play. And the way Dawn of War 3 they definitely had a story that they wanted to tell. And from what I can tell, it's not a bad story, but it's very jarring to go from Space Marines, who I think should, be center stage, and then you go to the Orcs, and then you go to the Eldar. And especially as someone who's looking to learn the game like I am, you'll see from the footage on screen, I'm definitely not an expert. I'm not, a diamond or a master level StarCraft player, clearly. But it's very jarring to learn one type of race and then sort of move on to others. And that's the thing that I thought was actually kind of weird, is they definitely tried to make them too uniform. Like, Orc Boys and Assault Marines, they're not the same, I found myself playing in a way that I wouldn't normally play. At one point, I break and run away from some bunkers because I had made a mistake with the Orcs. I feel like if you had encapsulated that orky goodness, I probably would have just ran at it. They don't feel distinct. They just kind of feel like cookie-cutter, copy-pasted units across all the races. And that kind of brings me to my next point. And that vibe, that feeling I get, is that the entire time this game was designed to be this big money-making esport. This was supposed to be Warhammer 40k, but StarCraft. The StarCraft, but with a Warhammer 40k feel. That's why I feel like a lot of the races, they just feel, cookie cutter. This is the shooter guy of this race, like the tactical Marines and the Orc shooters. They feel similar. And ironically, they kind of miss the point of StarCraft, I feel. Like, first off, I don't really care about the multiplayer. I'm a campaign guy. But the thing with StarCraft is you have three very distinct races, right? And I don't feel the distinctness, at least not initially here in Warcraft 3. And another crazy thing is, while we're talking about Blizzard and their games, something I did in research for this video that kind of blew my mind. 6 months after the release of Dawn of War 3 here, no more patches. Relic was pretty much, we're done. It's content complete. Have a nice day sort of a thing. That didn't really surprise me. What surprised me is it has been 8 years. 8 years since StarCraft 2 came out. And they're still getting patches somewhat recently. Balance patches. I mean, I understand most of it is maintenance. They're kind of in maintenance mode now. They're giving them their new seasons and whatnot. But I actually saw as recent as 2020, so, last year, they're still doing balance passes on the game. And that's crazy to me. Especially with Blizzard, with their love of selling you the same thing, time and time again. Wow, classic. So here I've been rambling on, complaining about this and that, talking about how I don't like esports, or at least they're not for me. You're probably thinking I'm going to give this game a pass, right? I hate this thing, pitch it in the bin and forget about it. Actually, I'm surprised at how much I am enjoying myself. Everything does feel a bit squishy, except for the elites, but, I came into both Fantasy and Warhammer 40k when people were talking, the tabletop people were talking Hero Hammer, they used to call it, where hero characters, lords, legendary lords, etc., they were way more powerful than your rank and file guys, and I kind of enjoyed it. It adds to the fantasy of it. And the base building, I actually liked. It's a little oversimplified, yes, but I'll tell you this, I'll take simplified over convoluted any day. Maybe that's just me, and, I'm definitely not the big brain esports guy with the, how many actions per minute is even fast? Like, I don't know. Like, watching any YouTuber who plays any kind of RTS and then watching me, it's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I would say buy this game. Preferably discounted, because it's done, as they say. You make an esport and then you say it's content complete. Yeah, so don't come expecting any patches, but as far as I can tell right now, it's the best we got. But that's sort of the 40k battle cry, isn't it? Well, here's hoping Dark Tide is amazing. Until next time, I've been Septimus with the Grim Alliance, and you have all been an amazing audience. I thank you.